As Orlando Arcia made a nice play to end the second inning for Chase Anderson as the Brewers come to bat here in the third. Here's another look at the territory he covers.
Yeah, watch that Perez. He knows, well, this guy's got it. I mean, I think ultimately, Arcia, his goal will be to catch every ground ball in the game and every pop-up and fly ball, because he goes after him like he's the only guy out there, and you love that. Hernan Perez he could have made that play very easily, but he saw Arcia busting it over there. He just got out of the way. All right, take it. Well done.
And Perez leads off the third inning. I will say this. Arcia covered a lot of territory and took a lot of balls in the shifts that the Brewers had conducted probably for the first half of the season. And then I don't know if they told him to back off a little bit or not, or he just realized that his defense behind him is playing nearly as well as he is right now. And they've got a good feel for each other with him now in his first full season out there at shortstop.
Yeah, he just wants everything. I mean, there's only one way for Orlando Arcia. That's 150%. And go get him. And you love that. You love that enthusiasm. You can do that when you're 22, 23 years old. You get up there in age, you might say, all right, go ahead. You know, take that one. I don't need that one.
Is he ever not smiling? Engaging with everyone in that Brewer dugout?
Loves playing baseball. Loves being a baseball player. Very respectful young man, and he's been a lot of fun to watch this year.
Carlos Subero told us a lot of stories about him being the field general, the field leader once that game begins, and he was right. He had him managing in Biloxi at Double-A, had him in the minor league system, and spent the last 2 years up here with him as well. The Brewers' first base coach, and works with him every day in the infield, extra instructional work as Perez walks.
Yeah, he's always out there, whether it be working at something at first base. He's out there, maybe running the bases, taking some throws from first base.
You appreciate that, though, on the professional level, that you don't take anything for granted. You got to get out there and keep practicing. Good role model. Here's Domingo Santana. First pitch down the right field line, and it's fouled.
The Brewers have had 4 base runners already in 2+ innings and don't have a hit. 3 walks, got on first with a strikeout.
At some point, you got to take advantage of those free passes, though.
Yeah.
Second time through the order beginning now. Perez draws the leadoff walk. Santana, 24 home runs, 69 RBIs. Big swing and a miss by the Brewer right fielder. Down 2 strikes.
Montgomery's getting a lot of mileage out of that curveball so far today. It's a good one.
Game number 142 on the season. And a big one here at Wrigley for the Brewers to try to go out and get. Santana able to check his swing. 1-2 the count. The Dodgers lost again last night. They've lost 13 of 14. What happened in LA after the Brewers took care of business out there? They have not recovered, have they?
No. Well, they had a cushion to work with. They still have 92 wins, 92 and 49. They've lost 8 straight. The way it goes sometimes. I mean, you're so good for so long, and all of a sudden you can't get out of your own way. It happens to everybody.
2-2 into right field. This is going to fall a base hit. Perez into third base, so a good start here to the third inning for Milwaukee. First and third, nobody out.
Yeah, Perez getting a good read on that, and able to get into third base. Yeah, Santana staying on the baseball. He got jammed, but able to fight it off down the line. This ball up and in, only 90 miles an hour. Look at Perez. He's running on the pitch. He reads it nicely. It's going to be down the line, and he's able to get into third base. Never did slow down. Any problems out there in right, he probably would have scored.
And again, Chris Bosio, the Cubs pitching coach and former Brewer starting pitcher, making his way out. Second visit already early on. First and third, though, and Ryan Braun at the plate for Milwaukee, and he had his home run number 300 hit in the first inning of yesterday's game, and it turned out to be all the offense for Milwaukee. And ironically for Ryan Braun, as he adds to his franchise home run total, he's in an exclusive 300 home run and 180 stolen base club, the sixth player ever in Major League Baseball to accomplish that. Willie Mays, and Reggie Jackson, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, and Alex Rodriguez on that list.
Yeah, it's been exciting following Ryan Braun's career. I mean, up here doing these games, I mean, he's one of the top 2 or 3 all-time hitters in franchise history for sure. I mean, we talk about consistency, batting average, big game player, and 300 home runs. That's a pretty good milestone.
He's got 3 home runs this season alone at Wrigley, 1 off of Mike Montgomery in that July 6th game. At Wrigley Field in his career, 15 home runs. And he's put up monster numbers in this ballpark over his career. 346, 15 home runs and 63 RBIs in 71 games.
And the only hitter that was able to buck that stiff breeze coming in from center field last night.
That's a really good point.
A lot of hard hit balls into center field last night that just kind of died. Wind pushed them back.
Way outside of Vila. Had to jump to go get that pitch. 3-0. Justin Grimm already up in the Cubs bullpen. Three balls and no strikes to the Brewer slugger Ryan Braun. There's a strike.
Yeah, Braun, he hardly ever swings 3-0.
Cubs lead the season series 7 games to 6. Check to runner at first. Perez took a big jump off third and return. He's anxious and bobbing back and forth over there at third base. And Braun walks. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the third inning for Milwaukee. Another walk, number 4 already in the game for Montgomery. Join Fox Sports Wisconsin for the Greater Milwaukee Heart and Stroke Walk and 5K run benefiting the American Heart Association on Sunday, September 17th at Veterans Park on Milwaukee's lakefront. For additional details, visit foxsportswisconsin.com/events. Joe Madden.
I don't think the lease is going to be very long for Montgomery. They've got 12 guys down in that bullpen.
Shaw first pitch, fair ball down the right field line. 1 run is in. 2 runs come home. And Shaw with a 2 RBI double. And Milwaukee out in front 2-0.
Boy, not easy to get one by Anthony Rizzo. He was holding the runner. Almost was able to get there just under the glove. And Travis Shaw with the bases loaded, able to drive in a couple of runs. It's going to be a very short night or a short afternoon for Montgomery. Fastball in, missed his spot. Rizzo just misses it. And the Brewers take a 2-0 lead.
And 15 pitches this inning, and that's enough for Joe Madden. As Montgomery removed from the start here today with no outs. in the third inning and trailing 2-0 here at Wrigley Field. Back here in Chicago, the Brewers all smiles early on here. They've got 2 runs in here in the third, still nobody out, and have chased the starting pitcher Mike Montgomery as Justin Grimm now takes the mound for the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, Grimm last pitched on Thursday at Pittsburgh, a scoreless inning. And it's a 4th different time that he's been with the Chicago Cubs this year. He's been up and down quite a bit, activated from the DL on September 1st. There's 13 games on the disabled list and appearing in game number 43.
So Montgomery exits, 2+ innings of work, still has 2 runners out there on the bases, 2 runs in. Control an issue early on as Grimm faces Aguilar for the first time. First pitch is strike 1. Montgomery lost his last start, had been pitching pretty well since being inserted into the starting rotation in mid-August. He was put in place for John Lester, but when Lester came off the DL, Montgomery was left in there and was pretty productive up until recently here.
Yeah, he lost his last start against Atlanta, but before that he'd won three in a row. Yeah, Grimm, a guy that's got pretty good velocity, good sink on his fastball, and a breaking ball to go with it. No shortage of arms for either team in those bullpens today.
It's the time of year the bullpens are full, and they will be emptied by just about every contending club, whatever it takes. Aguilar just patiently waiting with that bat on the shoulder. And a balk is called. Ryan Braun will come home for the game's 3rd run. And Shaw advances to 3rd.
Joe Madden showing a little frustration. Well, you can't start and then stop without continuing your delivery. Yeah, right there. Something out of the ordinary, and not only Ron Colbert but Ryan Blakeney, the second base umpire, saw it.
So Aguilar down 2 strikes. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. Here's the pitch. Pumps this one, shallow center field. Almora Jr. can't come up with it. Base hit. And he played the plate late. Another run home as Shaw scores.
Yeah.
It's 4-0.
Infielders gave up on that one a little bit too soon. Remember the wind. The wind is pushing the baseball back to the infield. Now Mora thought he had it. The infielders kind of gave up on it. And if you think about it, that would have been Ben Zobrist's ball. Check it out, up into the air. Infield's in. Zobrist kind of gives up on it. Now watch Almora. He just keeps going. Not able to get there, and Travis Shaw with good base running. He went halfway once he saw that ball up in the air and was able to score easily.
Still nobody out here in the 3rd inning. Aguilar at first, and here's Manny Pena.
That wind playing tricks on that baseball for the 2nd consecutive day. Well, that's Wrigley Field, right? Sometimes it blows in, sometimes it blows out.
Coming in from right field here today. Another strike to Pena. He's down 0-2. 1 inning here. A couple of walks, 3 hits, 4 runs in. Still nobody out. Making the Cubs pitchers work early on. Grimm, the 2nd pitcher already. Pena 0 for 1 in this game. Here's the 1-2. And left field, base hit. And the hit parade keeps on keeping on. Still nobody out. And we talked about the field conditions here. Pretty much the same last night, but let's check in with Sophia Minner.
Pitch up with Keon Broxton after the game last night to talk to him about just the wind conditions last night. He had a number of putouts in a very busy night in center field last night, and he said really at the beginning of the night it was some crazy stuff, and he had a great analogy. He said the ball was like tap dancing in the sky. So he said you felt like once the ball got up in the air, it was just kind of dancing around, and he said you kind of just have to keep your feet under you and put yourself in the best position. He spoke specifically about Anthony Rizzo's deep fly out in the 5th inning. He said he thought it was either homer or up against the wall, so he just got back, and the ball kept carrying out to left field. So he said it's just kind of a tap dancing kind of night out there last night.
Like playing wiffle ball. I mean, the wind really catching hold of a lot of fly balls last night, and helping Aguilar right there get a base hit and an RBI.
A 4-0 start here to the game for Milwaukee, and this 3rd inning continues and still nobody out for Broxton. Catches the outside corner to even it up at a ball and a strike. Now don't forget though, it's a level playing field for both teams, and it's still early. And Chase Anderson, as sharp as he is looking right now, you want to keep that rolling for Milwaukee. He'll take the lead for sure.
Bottom line, I mean, nobody can really give up on anything in the air. I think you saw the Cubs infielders kind of give up on that. I don't imagine you're going to see Orlando Arcia or Perez give up on anything there. Both of those guys want to catch everything.
Well, the lesson is you're seeing it come off the bat, and you're thinking it's distance, but not with the wind here today. It's going to get blown right back. Here's the 2-1 to Broxton. Outside 3-1. We were talking to hitting coach Darnell Coles before the game. Maybe a 10 spot.
Yeah,
he was thinking. That's just wishful thinking each time when you go in.
Well,
because
he said they're due to break out, and I was the one who threw the 10 spot at him.
He said, how about a couple of 5s in consecutive games?
Yeah.
It's been tough for this offense to get it going. There's no doubt. They're scoring the fewest runs of anybody in baseball in the second half of the year. I mean, they are last at just over 3.5 runs a game.
And it's amazing pitching they've been able to get to stay in the race.
Cubs are first in scoring, and the Brewers are last in the second half. This division race is still up for grabs. Broxton draws the walk. Bases loaded for the 2nd time in this inning, and still nobody out.
They're showing real good patience. Pitchers aren't missing by a whole lot.
Three walks, 4 base hits in this inning, 4 runs home. And here's Orlando Arcia, who hit the ball well his first time up, but lined into an out to center. Justin Brinn in relief of Mike Montgomery early in this game. Arcia swings at that first pitch.
Well, you knew if it was close, he was going to be taking a hack at it. Big at bat right here for the Brewers. I mean, they could really put the Cubs at a bad spot. You got the pitcher on deck, so this is a big important at bat for Milwaukee with Arcia here.
To right field, base hit. 2 runs are going to come home. Broxton held at third. Arcia a 2 RBI double. 6 runs in this inning, still nobody out.
Just amazing. You know, walks and base hits, and the Brewers just keep it going. Batting around in the 3rd inning with nobody out. Look at a curveball from Grimm on an 0-1 pitch, and Arcia doing a beautiful job staying back on it, ripping it down the line and right, and plating 2 more. So a 6th spot for the Brewers in the 3rd inning. Yes, indeed, due to breakout.
Anderson lays down the bunt, a good one. A run comes home, and it's going to be a sacrifice and an RBI for Chase Anderson. 7-0 Milwaukee. That's the first out here in the third inning.
Just a great read by Keon Broxton at third base. Good bunt by Anderson. It was Broxton's job to read it off the bat, and he got a tremendous jump. Check this out, just kind of creeping down as soon as that ball's on the ground and able to score without a play. Well done on both ends. Not only that, you get Arcia over to third base with one out.
Hernan Perez bats for the second time this inning, and he lofts one into left field, and it's going to be caught out there by Jay. The tag, and the runner scores as Arcia makes it an 8-0 game. 8 runs in the third inning for Milwaukee.
Well, you knew they were ready to break out. You didn't figure it was going to be like this. Goodness gracious. A snowman in the third inning. About time, right? I mean, that's what the Brewers offenses think. It's about time we get going. And a big third inning here at Wrigley.
This is the most the Brewers have scored in a game since August 20th, when they capped off a series win at Colorado. Games, Rock.
Man.
Last time they scored 8 runs in a game.
Yeah, I mean, they've been hard pressed to find 5 runs in a game, for that matter, let alone 8.
Santana had a base hit earlier this inning and scored a run. Good at bats early for Milwaukee against Montgomery. Chase him with no outs in the third, and they have done the same to Grimm in relief.
8 runs on 5 hits in this inning. Courtesy, a lot of the runs courtesy of the base on balls.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Santana. Kind of rare to see the bases empty here this inning. Santana to right, and Haywood for the final out, but not before Milwaukee puts 11 to the plate, scores 8 runs, and takes an early commanding 8-0 lead over the Cubs here at Wrigley as they try to push closer to the first place Chicago Cubs.